if you get lucky enough to get close on a stalk to a good buck, you better take the shot. And you know, all the practice you put in the off season with your shooting pays off, and you know your gun and you make a clean, ethical shot. I was in northern Utah on a late season antelope hunt with my buddy Eric Van Workum from Muley Freak. We got to actually hunt antelope in the snow, which was a first for me. I've never hunted antelope at the beginning of October, so it was a nice, new, cool, no pun intended, experience. Eric and I both had tags in the same unit, and it was a lot of fun. That was the first time we'd actually hunted together, so the experience was great. Day number one, man. Lots of antelope. Late season Utah antelope. Hunting with my good buddy Eric Van Workum from Muley Freak. Couple good bucks out there. Not sure how big they are, but we're gonna.
Jeez, there's a lot of goats out there.
Yeah, did you see all the ones over here?
Yeah, bedded. I mean,
that other buck, that one of the big ones laid down right there.
Yeah, he's not bad. It looks like he's good.
Okay, so I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm good at mule deer and elk. I'm pretty good at sheep, and my whole life I've never been any good at judging these.
They're hard.
Goats.
They're
like,
so hard. $3. We're still a long ways out. I don't know if they're shooters or not, but one of them looks pretty good. So these bucks are pretty skittish this time of year. It's like you're a mile away and they're already running the other way. So we'll see if they'll let us get closer. We can get a little better look. They can see a long ways. They can run really fast, and you know there's not a lot of cover all the time between you and them. Some of those more open flats and little rolling hills than say a big mule deer that you're stalking in the higher country in the mountains. So yeah, it makes it a little difficult sometimes to get on him.
Yeah, he looks good. He doesn't really like. It's kind of like more flat.
He's heavy though.
He's
like
heavy.
He's heavy.
They're all grouping up. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun trying to get close.
Lots of goats. Just
like Mike said, window shopping right now. Lots of goats. It's like everywhere you turn, there's a goat. You can't beat that.
Can't beat that.
This one looks like he's got good mass, just no prong.
Yeah, I'd hunted antelope before. I've been fortunate enough to kill 4 of them in Nevada. Grew up hunting them with my dad, uncles, and my brother, and so I've been on a lot of successful antelope hunts. But I haven't been actually antelope hunting for myself in over 10 years, so this is kind of exciting. I think they're a really cool animal to hunt. You know, we saw a lot of antelope. I don't think I've ever hunted antelope and seen this many. Like, where you actually hunt it? I mean, this is insane.
This is legit, huh?
Wow. Kind of like Nevada, high desert plains, you know, rolling hills, lots of grassland, lots of antelope. They've been hunted 3 weeks before we got there, so a lot of them were skittish. A lot of them were nearing the end of the rut. Some of them were still rutting, so it was tough to get on them. But we saw a lot of antelope, so that made it a little easier to try to pick out a good buck that you wanted to go after. The hard part about that was they were in big groups and they were kind of gathering up for the winter, so instead of 5 or 10 eyes spotting you out, you had 100 to 150, so it made it a little tough for the stalks. Found a antelope out here in the flat. He looks pretty good. He's pretty far away. Cold waves were pretty bad this morning. He's chasing a doe around out there, so he's not giving us a great look, but looks pretty good. One of the best ones we've seen. Day number 2, so we're not in too big of a hurry. Keep looking at him and see if he grows a little bit. Every day we were there, we made stalks on different bucks, and you know, we'd blow them out, not intending to. The wind would shift, or they'd see any little bit of movement, and they were gone. So it didn't matter if you were a human or a coyote or a jackrabbit. If they saw movement coming towards them, they were going the opposite direction. So it made it a little tough. You know, you're out chasing them around, trying to get into position to maybe take a shot at a good one. So it didn't work out that way on a whole bunch of multiple stalks, but we had fun doing it anyway.
This habitat's just awesome for goats. A lot of open country, not a lot of pressure for them. So they congregate this time of year. So it's good for killing big goats, but it's hard finding goats. But once you find goats, you find a lot of goats. So that's what's kind of cool. They're all congregated together, and you can compare them and contrast and stuff a lot better.
Here's what happens when you hunt with my buddy Eric. You can't figure out how to lock the tripod, so it falls over with his scope on it.
What is wrong with this piece? It doesn't lock.
It's more of like a user error.
Listen, this is a perfect example of why we trust our Vortex optics. And, you know, we're gonna have to talk to them about their lifetime warranty because I think they made it for you. We saw a pretty good buck over here, but with the cold wave this morning and him being so far away, we're gonna go around the backside of this ridge and just kind of pop over and see if we can get a better look at him. He looked pretty good, so it's worth taking a little walk and checking him out. So maybe it'll turn into something good, I hope.
Coming in a new area of the unit, we're starting to get into a little bit better bucks. Gosh, that's mid-70s buck maybe. Nice buck. It's hard to know.
What? Look at this! The whole week we've been here, poor Aaron, or better known as Eric Five Toes, has had to open the gate. This is a first, so that's why it snowed last night. Or maybe he's just trying to change his luck so he can kill an antelope.
They keep on me.
Hey,
Like,
good job, dude. Like,
Yeah,
I'm proud of you.
good.
Woke up to about 8 inches of snow on the ground. So this is actually a first for me.
pretty cool. We woke up to about 6 inches of snow, even in the low country. We didn't think there was going to be any snow in the low country where the antelope are, but we've seen 2 antelope bucks now, and their horns were completely covered in snow. So, never hunted antelope this late. Definitely never hunted antelope in the snow, but it's pretty cool.
About the same range, right?
570.
Can you stop?
Minute and a half?
Half a minute. Done. Done. That's right, brother. When he got over here, it was almost a direct wind.
He just fell.
Oh, did
It was almost a direct wind.
Boom.
Yeah.
Dude, closer to the road now. Dude, it's gonna take.
That's awesome. Gosh, I didn't have a real good rear support there because the bino harness was kind of a little bit wobbly, but he fed out across and the wind got better. The wind was almost...
You almost had a direct
the
wind
wind was
to get
going
back.
left or right at first, but once he got directly parallel, the wind was right behind me, so I didn't have to hold so much for wind, and I just put it right on him, 590 something, and 7 him MSTW did work.
Nice shot.
Thanks, dude. Gnarly blood trail.
Wow, you didn't go far.
Super short blood trail here, but didn't go far, and that's what you like, clean, ethical kills, and such a beautiful animal. The character on this buck with these two, I don't know what you call them on antelope, but little nubs slash cheaters, I guess you'd say. And look at the melon on this thing. Just some cool, unique scars here. There's a scar back here on his ear also, and man, I couldn't be more happy. Antelope's my absolute favorite meat. Me and my wife and kids eat it all year long, so we love antelope. Couldn't be more pumped.
Yeah, give me some over here on the corner.
Antelope steaks! Animals. Couldn't be more excited to do it with all you guys, so it's a lot of fun. Heck yeah.
If you get lucky enough to get close on a stalk to a good buck, you better take the shot. Hopefully all the practice you put in the off season with your shooting pays off, and you know your gun and you make a clean, ethical shot. And that's what happened on my buck. We got within 540 yards, and had Eric there with me and calling wind for me, and
The wind blowing you. Give him 2 MOA wind.
down hard.
That one.
Down hard.
That one. Bumped him.
Made a clean one-shot ethical kill, and that was the rest was history, as they say. It was tough because they were spooky and spread out and wanting to run, but we ended up getting lucky, finding a good buck that we could get in on and got it done. We just smoked a really good antelope here in Utah on our late season Utah antelope hunt. We're gonna go check him out, take care of him, and then get back, go cover some more country, and
Got a lot of length right here.
yeah,
Not giant, but not weak.
they're not weak.
Yeah.
He's a good buck. Yeah. Here he is, my 2018 late season Utah pronghorn antelope. I couldn't be more happy. They're just transitioning out of the rut. Some of the bigger bucks are with the does still, so they're really hard to get on. We've been chasing them around for 2.5 days, and we finally put a stalk and put one together here. So I'd like to thank everybody that helps us out here at Prime Revolution. Proof Research, R&P Rifles, Cryptek Outdoor Group, Winkler Knives, and all the rest of the sponsors that help us out. We couldn't do it without you. I'm just super excited. This has been a long time. I haven't actually harvested an antelope in over 10 years, so this was pretty special.
It's organic protein right here
He's gonna cut that off.
for the Deandas. It doesn't get more organic than that.
Hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you next week.
I would love to go back there and to Utah and hunt antelope again, or Nevada for that matter, or maybe Arizona if I draw a tag someday. Just wherever I can, hopefully draw a tag, or maybe an over-the-counter tag somewhere. I'd love to go hunt antelope again. I think they're really cool. So yeah, it was fun times. We got it done. It was fun to actually have an antelope tag in my pocket again. And when I walked up on the buck, it was, like, oh yeah, this is what it's like. These animals are really cool, and to outsmart one and get in close enough to get a shot, and then to get one on the ground was kind of a feat in itself.
Sweet. That's freaking awesome.
They're not stupid animals. They can see a long ways and they can run really fast and get away from you. So when it comes together, it's pretty nice because they make you work for it.